Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a closer look with Gary Gulbranson. And I happen to be Gary Gulbranson, the senior pastor at Westminster Chapel in Bellevue. And today I want to talk to you for a few minutes about what it means to be a good neighbor. In fact, the second greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And I wonder if we really know what that means. Jesus was confronted one day by some people who wanted to trip him up a little bit. They asked him what the greatest of all the commandments were. And he said that the first one is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and then to love your neighbor as you love yourself. In other words, we were to bring the same intention and intensity to our relationship with our neighbor as we bring to our relationship with Jesus himself. Think about what that really means. Somebody has asked a question recently, what do we really owe our neighbor? Not just the ones we like, but even the ones we don't like. If we're supposed to love them like we love Jesus, what do we owe them? Let me suggest some things that we owe them. I think first of all, we owe them love. In fact, when Paul was writing to the churches of Galatia, he said we should owe no man anything but to love. So we owe them the kind of love that I've just been talking about. But we also owe them the respect that's due a fellow person who's made in the image of God. Think about that for a moment. The people you know, when you look at your neighbors, the people who live closest to you, people who you interact with in some of the services that are performed on your behalf, do you see them as people made in God's image just like you are? You should. What else do we owe them? We owe them sacrificial service. I think if we're going to be like Jesus in our world, then we need to serve the world like Jesus served the world. And then the fourth thing that I believe we owe them is to offer them real help. The kind of help that recognizes where their brokenness is and offers them the healing that can only be found in a relationship with Jesus. That's what it means to be a good neighbor. And I want to challenge you to be that kind of neighbor, and maybe you need a little help. Maybe you need a community that's going to help you be a good neighbor, show you what it looks like. Well, we'd like to offer Westminster Chapel to you. We have services on Sunday at 9 o'clock and 10:45, a wealth of other experiences throughout the week that connect people with each other, but we're also a church that believes in going out into our community and being the best neighbors possible. So you come and enjoy that with us, will you?